October carries a kind of magic that many people overlook. It isn't just another page on the calendar. It's a transition, a moment of pause between the heat of what once was and the cool breath of what's to come. It's the month when the air changes, when the light softens, when the world seems to whisper, a quiet reminder that transformation is not only natural, it's necessary. There's something profoundly symbolic about how nature begins to let go in October. Leaves fall, not because they've lost their value, but because their purpose for that season is complete. In that letting go, they create space for renewal, for rebirth, for something entirely new. And maybe that's the very message October holds for us, the invitation to release what no longer nourishes our growth. Too often, we cling to old pain, to unanswered questions, to fears that we've outgrown. We carry yesterday's weight into today, expecting to move freely, expecting to soar. But how can a soul rise if it's still anchored to what it was meant to leave behind? October teaches us that letting go is not losing, it's trusting that new life will bloom when the time is right. Thoughts, just like the trees that surrender their leaves, we too must surrender the things that drain our energy. The regrets, the disappointments, the self-doubt. This is not about giving up. It's about giving into faith. Faith in yourself. Faith in the process. Faith that your story is still unfolding exactly as it should. When you look at nature, nothing rushes. The seasons don't compete, they flow. The leaves don't resist the wind, they dance with it. What if your October could be like that? What if, instead of resisting change, you allowed yourself to flow with it? What if you stopped asking, why is this happening to me? And began asking, what is this preparing me for? That shift in perspective could be the very key to your breakthrough. So take a breath. Feel where you are right now. Maybe life hasn't been gentle lately. Maybe you've been standing in storms you never asked for. Maybe you've been giving your best, yet still feeling unseen. October comes to remind you that unseen doesn't mean forgotten. Growth often happens in the dark, beneath the surface, in the moments when nothing seems to be moving. Just because you can't see the progress doesn't mean it's not there. Just because doors haven't opened yet doesn't mean they never will. Sometimes the delay is protection. Sometimes the stillness is preparation. When you pray this October, whatever prayer means to you, don't make it complicated. You don't need perfect words. You don't need rituals or repetition. You just need honesty. Speak from your heart. Say, I am ready. That's enough, because prayer at its core isn't about formality. It's about alignment. It's the conversation between your present self and your higher vision. It's the release of fear and the awakening of trust. When you whisper your hopes into the air, when you speak light over your life, you are planting seeds of intention into the soil of your destiny. There's a calm power in knowing that your words carry weight, that your energy attracts what you believe in. The universe has a rhythm, a divine timing that often unfolds beyond our understanding. And when your heart beats in tune with that rhythm, miracles don't seem impossible anymore. They become natural. That's the energy October carries. a sacred space where endings and beginnings meet, where healing becomes possible, where renewal takes root. Imagine standing beneath an October sky. The wind is cool, the air crisp. You look around and realize that everything around you is changing, and yet nothing feels chaotic. There's beauty in the shift. There's peace in the uncertainty. That's what your life can be like when you stop fearing change and start embracing it. This is the season to breathe again, to open your arms to possibility, to let your heart rest in hope. The things that are leaving your life right now are not punishments, they are clearings. The space being created is for something greater, something more aligned with your purpose. You are not stuck. You are not behind. You are in the in-between, that sacred middle where transformation happens quietly. Trust that. Trust that this month is not here to test you, but to teach you how to rise again. You've carried yourself through days that tried to break you, and yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still hoping. That resilience is your proof that your breakthrough is near. So as you move through October, let every sunrise remind you of renewal. Let every leaf that falls remind you of release. Let every cool breeze whisper, you are ready, because you are. You're ready to shed the weight of the past and walk into a new chapter of clarity, peace and power. Your blessing isn't far away. It's already forming, already aligning, already reaching for you. And when you pray, when you align your heart with that truth, the energy around you begins to shift. You'll notice signs, coincidences, gentle affirmations that tell you you're on the right path. This is your moment to stand in faith, not in fear, to speak life, not limitation, to let go, not because you have to, but because you choose to trust that better is coming. October is your reminder that transformation doesn't always come with noise. Sometimes it arrives softly, like the fall of a leaf, like the whisper of hope returning to a tired heart. And if you listen closely, you'll hear it. The sound of your breakthrough drawing near. Every breakthrough begins in silence, in that quiet space between doubt and determination, between holding on and letting go. It's in those moments when nothing seems to make sense, when your efforts feel unnoticed, when you start to question if all the waiting is worth it. But here's the truth: breakthroughs are never born out of ease. They are born out of endurance. Every time you keep going when giving up feels easier, you're building the strength that prepares you for the moment when everything finally shifts in your favor. October invites you into that mindset, the kind of faith that doesn't crumble when things take longer than expected. We often think belief is about confidence, about being certain that things will work out. But real belief is deeper than that. It's about surrender, about saying, even when I don't see how, I trust that somehow. Surrender is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's understanding that there are forces working for you that you can't yet see. It's knowing that the timing of your breakthrough is not in your control, but its arrival is certain if you keep your heart open. This month is about aligning yourself with that quiet power, about loosening your grip on what you can't control and focusing on what you can. Your attitude, your energy, your perspective. Sometimes life pauses not to punish you, but to prepare you. The stillness you feel is not stagnation, it's calibration. The universe is setting things in motion behind the scenes, arranging moments and people and opportunities in ways you could never orchestrate on your own. You may not see the full picture yet, but you are in the process of becoming ready for it. Just as the earth prepares for rain after a long drought, your spirit is preparing for its own renewal. The dryness, the waiting, the uncertainty, it's all part of the growth. Imagine standing in a field after weeks without rain. The soil looks cracked, lifeless, forgotten. Yet beneath it, there are seeds waiting, roots still alive, quietly holding on. The first drop of rain doesn't make everything bloom instantly, but it begins the revival. That's how your October prayer works. It's the rain your soul has been waiting for. It seeps into the cracks of disappointment, washes away the dust of fear, adds, and nourishes the roots of dreams that almost gave up. With every sincere word you speak this month, with every breath of hope you allow yourself to feel again, you're calling life back into the things that once felt impossible. It's okay if your prayer sounds like a whisper. It's okay if it's filled with tears instead of words. What matters is that it's real, because authenticity attracts breakthrough. The moment you drop the mask of perfection and simply say, I need help, I need guidance, I need strength, the universe listens. You don't have to know what the next step looks like. You just need to have the courage to take it. Every little act of faith you make is a seed of transformation being planted. And like all seeds, it doesn't grow overnight, but it will grow. When you start believing again, truly believing, something remarkable happens. Your energy changes. You begin to see light in places where before you saw only shadows. You notice small blessings you once overlooked. The same circumstances that once discouraged you begin to strengthen you. That's the power of belief. It doesn't change the world around you immediately. It changes you, and that change ripples outward until your reality starts to align with your inner vision. That's when breakthroughs begin to take form. Every storm has an ending. Every winter eventually yields to spring. So if your life feels like a series of setbacks right now, remind yourself that it's temporary. No season lasts forever. It's not even the hard ones. The universe has not forgotten you. It's simply shaping you to handle the magnitude of the blessing that's coming. Because here's something we often overlook. Not every blessing can arrive when we want it to. Some blessings require a stronger version of us to receive them. Some doors stay closed until we've grown enough to walk through them with wisdom instead of fear. So if things are slow, maybe it's not punishment, maybe it's protection. There's a silent strength that comes from waiting without giving up. When everything inside you wants to quit, but you choose to believe one more time, to try one more time, to pray one more time, that's power. That's what builds unshakable faith. And that faith becomes the bridge to your breakthrough. You're not waiting in vain. Every tear, every sleepless night, every silent prayer is building momentum toward the moment when it all aligns. So this October, Let your prayer be an act of surrender and trust. Don't pray from fear. Pray from faith. Don't ask from desperation. Ask from confidence. Speak to the universe as if you already know your breakthrough is on its way. Say to yourself, I may not see it yet, but I can feel it coming. I'm not waiting for luck. I'm aligning with purpose. And as you speak those words, watch how your heart steadies. Watch how your energy begins to lift. Watch how doors begin to open that once seemed sealed shut. Breakthroughs rarely come with a grand announcement. They often appear quietly. In an email you didn't expect, in a conversation that changes everything, in a moment when you realize the pain that once broke you has finally lost its power. That's the beauty of surrender. It makes room for the miraculous. So keep watering your faith. Keep showing up with hope. Keep believing that every delay is setting you up for something better. This month, choose to trust the unseen. Choose to believe that the universe has heard every word you've spoken and every tear you've shed, because it has, and your breakthrough is closer than you think. This October carries a vibration of new beginnings, a quiet promise that something powerful is shifting in your favor. You may not feel it yet, but beneath the surface, the energy around you is changing. It's preparing you for the breakthrough you've been hoping for, the peace you've been praying for, the strength you've been building toward in silence. This isn't the month to hide from your dreams. This is the month to rise and reclaim them. Your prayer is not just a request, it's a declaration. When you speak words of hope into the universe, when you choose to believe in better days, despite what you see, you ignite a spark that begins to change everything. There comes a time when the waiting must turn into awakening. And October is that time. You've spent months carrying the weight of what hasn't worked out, but this is your moment to release it. Let go of the belief that you're behind, that you've missed your chance, that your time has passed. Every step, even the ones that led to disappointment, has been guiding you here. Your journey has not been wasted. It's been shaping your character, strengthening your spirit, and teaching you how to stand tall even when life tried to bend you. The same storms that tried to drown you have now made you unshakable. And that strength, that unbreakable resilience, is the foundation upon which your breakthrough will rise. When you pray this month, do it not from a place of desperation, but from a place of power. Speak your words as if they already hold the outcome you desire. Say, this is my season to step into clarity. This is my time to rise with purpose. This is my month to walk into peace, strength, and abundance. When you declare these truths, you begin to align your heart with the frequency of blessings that have been waiting to meet you. You're not begging for your breakthrough, you're calling it home. Every time you choose to believe in yourself, even when things are uncertain, you're opening another door. Every time you speak gratitude, instead of frustration, you're clearing another path. Every time you release fear and replace it with faith, you're shifting your energy closer to manifestation. That's the real essence of prayer. Not simply asking, but believing. It's a conversation between your heart and the universe between your potential and your purpose. And the more sincere your prayer becomes, the more magnetic your energy turns. Think of your words as light. When spoken with conviction, they travel beyond sound. They create vibration, momentum, and transformation. This October, your prayer can be that turning point where the tide begins to change. Maybe you've been waiting for a sign that things are about to get better. Maybe this moment right now is that sign. The fact that you still have hope, that you're still here, that you still care enough to try again, that's evidence that your breakthrough hasn't passed you by. It's approaching step by step as you keep believing. Let your prayer become your morning rhythm. When you wake up, instead of focusing on what's missing, speak about what's coming. Say, I am thankful for this new day. I am open to receive everything good that's meant for me. I am no longer chasing, I am attracting. These simple words may sound small, but spoken daily, they shift your entire state of being. Your thoughts start to flow with optimism. Your actions begin to align with purpose. And suddenly, opportunities that once seemed distant start finding their way to you. And remember, not every blessing comes wrapped in clarity. Sometimes your breakthrough arrives disguised as change. It may look uncomfortable at first, a door closing, a plan failing, a path redirecting. But in time, you'll see that everything was unfolding for your higher good. This is why your October prayer should not only ask for what you want, but also for the wisdom to recognize what's truly meant for you. Because what's meant for you will never require you to shrink yourself or doubt your worth. It will align with your peace, not fight against it. This is your month to rise from old limitations. The fears that once controlled you no longer have authority here. You've been through too much to doubt your own strength now. Stand in front of your reflection and remind yourself who you are. Not your mistakes, not your setbacks, but the soul that refused to give up. Tell yourself, I am ready to receive my breakthrough. I am no longer waiting for permission to shine. I am stepping into alignment with everything that belongs to me. Those aren't just affirmations. They are prayers in motion, declarations that carry energy. When you release the need to control how, and when your blessings appear, you make space for miracles. They don't always arrive with thunder or lightning. Sometimes they come softly, in peace that replaces anxiety, in courage that silences fear, in quiet confidence that whispers, you're going to be okay. Your October breakthrough may not shout. It may arrive as calm, as clarity, as the strength to finally move forward without hesitation. That's just as powerful as any dramatic change, because real transformation happens within before it reflects outward. So breathe deeply. Trust the rhythm of your journey. Believe that your words are powerful, that your hope is holy, that your breakthrough is already in motion. You've sown the seeds with your effort, your patience, and your prayers. Now this is the month they begin to sprout. Don't question when, just prepare. Don't doubt how. Just expect. The energy you send out in faith is already building bridges toward what you've been waiting for. Let this October be the month where you stand tall in the middle of uncertainty and still say, I am blessed. Let it be the month where you no longer chase after your dreams with fear, but walk toward them with faith. You've been waiting for a shift. This is it. You've been searching for a sign. It's here. Speak it, believe it, live it. Your October breakthrough has already begun. Close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs, the calm that comes when you simply allow yourself to pause. This moment, right here, right now, is where your breakthrough begins. Not tomorrow, not someday, but this very instant when you choose to believe again. October isn't just a month, it's an invitation. An invitation to rise from the ashes of doubt, to step out of the shadow of fear, and to claim the light that's always been waiting for you. You've come through seasons that tested your patience, storms that tried to silence your strength, and nights where you almost gave up. But you didn't. You held on. You endured. You fought through tears that no one saw and worries that no one heard. And that endurance, that quiet, unseen perseverance is the mark of a soul ready for transformation. You're not at the end of your story. You're standing at the threshold of a new chapter. Say this to yourself, I am ready. I am not broken. I am becoming. Feel the power in those words, because you are not defined by what tried to break you. You are defined by what you chose to rise from. The delays, the disappointments, the detours, they were never denials. They were redirections. They were preparing your heart for the blessing that matches your growth. This is your October moment. The time when you stop chasing after what isn't yours and start attracting what was always meant for you. You've been praying, hoping, waiting, but now it's time to step into action with faith. Don't just speak your dreams. Walk like they're already happening. Don't just wish for peace. Act like you already own it. Because the energy you carry becomes the magnet for the life you desire. Imagine standing before a mirror and locking eyes with the reflection staring back. Say to yourself, I've survived everything that was meant to destroy me. I am still here, still fighting, still believing. I am not waiting for permission to shine. I am stepping into my power now. Every time you declare that truth, you awaken a strength that has been sleeping inside you. And that strength, that unshakable spirit, is what will carry you through this month and every month after. Breakthroughs don't always happen in grand gestures. Sometimes they arrive quietly, in the way you forgive yourself, in the moment you decide to let go of bitterness, in the calm that settles when you stop overthinking what's beyond your control. That's when you realize the real blessing isn't what you receive, it's who you become. You become wiser, softer, stronger, and more aligned with the person you were always meant to be. Tell yourself, this month, I choose to believe in the goodness of my journey, because belief is what breathes life into the impossible. It's what turns waiting into preparing and fear into faith. Every prayer you whisper this October carries power, not because of the words themselves, but because of the belief behind them. When you say, I am ready for my breakthrough, the universe listens. When you whisper, I am open to receive what's mine. The path begins to clear. There's a version of you that exists beyond the doubt, beyond the pain, beyond the exhaustion. That version is waiting for you to say, yeah, yes. Yes to growth, yes to healing, yes to stepping into your highest potential. The door isn't locked. It's waiting for your courage to turn the handle. You've spent enough time questioning your worth. So now is the time to own it. You are not too late. You are not too far behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be, learning, evolving, and preparing for something extraordinary. The universe hasn't abandoned you. It's been aligning everything perfectly for your moment to rise. The silence wasn't rejection. It was preparation. The waiting wasn't punishment. It was growth. The delay wasn't failure. It was protection. Look around you. Everything in nature moves with purpose. The sun doesn't rush to rise, yet it always shines. The river doesn't compete with the ocean, yet it always finds its way. You too have your own rhythm. Stop comparing your timeline with anyone else's. Your October is yours alone, a sacred space for transformation, reflection, and rebirth. So when fear whispers, "What if it doesn't happen?" answer boldly, "But what if it does?" When doubt asks, "Who are you to dream this big?" respond, "Who am I not to?" And when the voice inside says, "You're not ready," smile and say, "I am ready and I am willing." Because readiness is not about having it all figured out. It's about trusting that you'll learn as you go. This is the moment where your story changes, not because the world suddenly became easier, but because you decided to see yourself differently. You are no longer the person who waits for signs, you are the sign. You are no longer the one who doubts, you are the one who declares. You are no longer seeking permission, you are walking in purpose. So lift your head, straighten your shoulders, feel your heartbeat, steady, strong, alive. That's proof that life still has more in store for you. Say it out loud, "I am not done yet. I am rising. I am walking into my breakthrough. I am stepping into blessings that belong to me." Say it again until you believe it, and then say it until the world around you believes it too. This October, walk with faith that doesn't waver. Pray with conviction that doesn't falter. Speak with confidence that doesn't shake. Because your breakthrough isn't somewhere distant, it's already unfolding, piece by piece, moment by moment, through your courage, through your resilience, through your belief. You've prayed for this season. You've prepared for this season. Now it's time to step into this season. Let every step you take from this day forward echo with purpose, strength, and gratitude. Your October blessing is not a distant promise. It's your present reality. And when you believe that with all your heart, you'll see it unfold before your very eyes. Now, breathe again, stand tall, and say these words with conviction. This is my time. This is my month. This is my breakthrough.